Now, what is a music collective? This is when a group of artists come together and start making music within one group. In a collective, they usually all decide to start collabing with each other, and overall it's just a good way to start promoting your music. But in this video, we're gonna look at all the collectives and I'm gonna give my take of the best collectives in the whole underground scene, which I do not care how big they are, how known they are. We're going for the most influential collectives in the underground, and I feel like are the best for the underground scene. The first collective I'm gonna talk about is gonna be RCB, which just stands for
Reptilian Clip Boys, bitch.
I'ma fuck up all these hoes. I'ma pull up in the road, bitch.
Now, this group first originated back in 2016 by D&D, which in this collective it only used to be 2 people, him and Heisey, which would continue to grow over 20 members until 2021, in which the group disbanded. But this collective had a lot of effect on cloud rap and really 2021 in a whole, because I felt like a lot of genres started taking inspiration from Heisey. But in a video talking about the best collectives in the underground, this definitely needs to be mentioned. And you can really tell how talented some of these people were at that time. Even after them disbanding about 4 or 5 years ago, there's still people actively talking in their subreddit, still talking about these artists. So them still having a pretty core fan base after they disbanded about 4 years ago can really show how much influence they have now. But the next collective we're going to talk about is going to be Slime Crew.
I'm a slime, yo, crew. Hey, post it up with like 5, 6 in a booth. I'm like, I'm no gun. The boy know my bro. We got big on the video, folks. Birds on the road. Yeah, this will let her go.
Now, for Slime Crew, it's kind of still unknown of how these members found each other and how this collective really was made. But these are the known members we know that are in this collective. And compared to other rap groups, they move more silently. Like, they definitely drop a lot of songs with each other, but in terms of repping their brand, Slime Crew, they don't really do it much. And right now, it's very unknown if this group is still active with this name. If anything, I feel like this is more of a group chat of artists than an actual collective. But even with the lack of knowledge, we can all acknowledge the influence it has on the underground now. And there was a time period I was only listening to this type of music, so I gotta give it props. But the next collective we're gonna talk about is gonna be 1C34.
Bitch, I ain't never care about none of that. Hit a nigga block like Nick Zero, then we run it back. All go in.
Now, I'm pretty sure this group was made back in 2021 by Xavier So Bass, and these are the known members in the group. Now, this group currently has fallout with some people, but everyone in this collective was pretty hard, besides Fresh Boy Swag. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot get behind this. And low-key, that says a lot if I don't like your music, because another member in the group, Bleod, he makes a lot of questionable music, but it's still hard to me. But for 1C, I definitely say you need to have trained ears. This music's not really for everybody. A lot of people like to call their music headphone music. Literally only 10K is the only person from this collective you can play on the speakers. But for me, it's definitely one of the best underground collectives. But now we're gonna talk about Slayworld.
Running the MCs, baby, with the top down. Oh, you moving a little too fast, let the drive back, slow it down. And I can't. Nigga said that I'm trash, but he got me my swag.
These were all the members in Slayworld at the time, which this collective has been disbanded, but the influence is still there. You know, they created a whole genre, pluggnb, and by far is one of my favorite subgenres in the underground scene. But a little fun fact about me is I actually did a Roblox montage to one of these songs from this collective. But back on topic, this collective hands down has the most classics. In Slayworld's prime, they were not missing at all. Next collective I have is a bit more unknown, but it's going to be Najma / Finesse Cult.
Frankenstein. You not God, you just lying. They get a face tag, you so fine. Jitty, you the only one on my mind.
Suicide for all.
Run it up, little bit like whoa. And that nigga know you not my bro. He flexing bands, but that's just for show. How you about that, but you don't got a pole. Me and my mans, we fighting your hoe.
Now this collective was made by Jason Uke, and currently there's only 9 members. But the reason why I particularly like this collective is that there's a lot of different sounds in it, and it's just very like refreshing to hear, especially now where there's just a lot of gimmicks and just garbage music coming in the underground scene. So hands down, I already see a lot of potential in this group here. I will conclude this video. If you guys want part 2, you know, make sure to like, sub, but I'm gone.
This I wanna be my bae. All these press will be okay. I can't link, I'm in that A. You got the ass to be my bae. I play ball like NBA. Got too much hell like anyway. Put rats on clothes like I'm too paid. We play ball like no 2K. I throw shots, get out my way. Like me and you, let's spend a day. I fin blow up, they call me crazy. I told